That's it. Donald Trump has been sworn in as the 47th President of the United States. We had the inauguration today, and he has got straight to business with tons of executive orders that he has been announcing. Just so many decisions. They are coming through thick and fast. I'm going to read through a couple of them. So, immigration and the border. He's declared a national emergency at the border. He's brought back the Remain in Mexico policy, so returning people to Mexico to wait there for their hearings. He's given gangs and cartels terrorism designations. He said resume the wall building, and he wants to end the birthright citizenship. Now, that is a constitutional right, so that could face a lot of legal court cases and hearings. He said that he wants refugees and asylum seekers to be suspended for 4 months so they can plan a new approach to this. He wants to bring the death penalty for certain immigrant criminals. He wants to deport end the practice of catch and release he said during the speech. He wants to launch the largest deportation program in American history. And he also is looking to try and close the border on health grounds. Apparently, a 1944 measure called Title 42 allows the US government to curb migration to protect public health. Last, it was used in the pandemic, and now apparently they're looking for a disease to help justify those plans. So that's immigration and the border. Climate and energy. He's going to pull out the Paris Agreement again. Obviously, Trump did that in 2017, and then Biden re-entered the Americans into it in 2021. Declaring a national energy emergency so they can drill, baby, drill, as he said, which I think is fantastic. Why not use what you've got? End the Green New Deal. That's a massive thing people have been focusing on. Ending the so-called Green New Deal, which is a series of Biden administration directives and regulations and programs to boost the green jobs, but also stifling the fossil fuel economy at the same time. If you want to talk about trade and economy, inflation, Trump has said he wants to reduce record inflation and would do a memorandum on all inflation approaches and trying to bring back specific policies too. Tariffs, he wants more tariffs. This could be an interesting one for us here in the UK. But he's previously said he wants a 10% tariff on all imports, 25% on Canadian and Mexican goods, and 60% on items coming from China. So that could be an interesting one. Crypto pile. He has championed cryptocurrency. And obviously, during the election, we saw Bitcoin rise by 30%. So he said he now wants a federal Bitcoin stockpile, similar to the US stockpile of gold and oil. That would be really interesting. Government reform. We've already heard about Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency, and Elon Musk. So let's see what happens there. Diversity and gender. Now, during his speech, he said there are 2 genders in America, male and female from now on. So that's going to be interesting. He said about DEI. He wants to end government efforts to socially engineer race and gender into every aspect of public and private life. That's going to be interesting. And abortion. He says that he wants to reinstate the Mexico City policy, which bans federal aid to international groups that provide abortion counseling. He also is expected to reinstate an abortion rule that prohibits Title X federal health providers, which is a low-income family planning program, from mentioning abortion to patients. So effectively stripping millions of dollars from organizations that offer abortions or provide referrals. Let's see what happens there. Changes to the military. Back pay to the unvaccinated. Obviously, 8,000 military service members were discharged during COVID because they wouldn't get a COVID vaccine. So giving them back pay. An end of the woke ideology, something I'm sure we can all agree on. He wants to end the woke ideology in the military and just focus on actually fighting, which would be a good idea. Gulf of America was another thing. Trump's first executive order, one of them says that he wants to direct the Secretary of the Interior to change the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. Interesting. Alaska's Mount Denali. He wants to have it nicknamed, reverted to Mount McKinley in honor of America's 25th president. Now, this, obviously, Alaska, one of the other things we're talking about is obviously Canada and then Greenland. So this is all about Trump trying to spread the American pride. Foreign policy. Talked about Cuba and Venezuela. He wants to remove Cuba from the US list of state sponsors of terrorism. He wants to reinstate sanctions against Venezuela. The Capitol riots. He wants to free the January 6th hostages. which is an interesting choice of words, given the fact that we obviously had the actual hostages of Israel and Hamas's conflict released the other day. He wants more than 1,500 individuals who were arrested in relation to the event, at least 600 who were charged. He wants to pardon them. TikTok, banned, unbanned, banned, not banned, and then back on again. So he's got to sort out the whole TikTok situation. And something interesting to end on, he is going to release tons of documents about the assassination of JFK. Well, Donald Trump is back in the White House, getting busier, back to work. What's your thoughts? Get involved in the discussion. Let me know in the comments. And I'm Matthew Goodwin-Freeman for VoteWatch. Cheers.